Hi, I'm Marilyn, the two-tip lady, who loves to share ideas that help make your life more simple. I've got a question for you. I bet you've never thought about this. You'll really have to think hard about this. Here's my question. What would it be like if mosquitoes sucked fat instead of blood? What a thought. Well, if you've got a bit of a weight problem, you might wish you could be covered with mozzies. Wouldn't it be great if they could just suck that fat right out of you? It's probably true that the two-tip lady is a little bit simple, but just imagine this. If you were covered with mosquitoes and they sucked fat instead of blood, what would it do for you? It might make you lazy, might mean you wouldn't care two hoots what you ate, and you might just depend on the mozzies to do for you what you don't want to do. So we wouldn't be learning to take responsibility for our own actions if mosquitoes sucked fat. Well, why doesn't a mosquito do it? Have you got any idea? I asked my biochemistry major husband why he thought mozzies sucked blood and not fat, and this is his answer. I guess he's a bit simple like the two-tip lady. This was his simple answer. He said it wouldn't do their circulatory systems any good at all. I said, why? He said it would clog up their circulatory system. And I got to thinking, doesn't fat do the same to our circulatory systems? So there is a simple reason why we shouldn't eat too much fat. We hear all the time of people who've just come out of hospital or are just going in for a triple bypass. Why? Because their arteries are clogged with fat. Oh no! Some people seem to be quite proud of it, proud of their super invasive surgery. Well, I don't think I want to be, or I would be. I think we need to cut down on fat, don't you? So here's my first simple tip for today. 3 words. Don't suck fat. Mozzies don't. They've got their heads really screwed on. So let's be at least as smart as a mozzie. And this is bringing me to my second tip today. Wait for it, it's coming. We all know that mozzies suck blood. Isn't it revolting work? But do we ever suck blood? Well, how could we do that? Do we ever suck the blood of our friends? Do we? I think sometimes when we go down the criticising road, we're just as horrible as the mosquitoes that suck blood. How about this quote from a favourite author? Here it is. We think with horror of the cannibal who feasts on the still warm and trembling flesh of his victim. But are the results of even this practice more terrible than the agony and ruin caused by misrepresenting motive, blackening reputation, dissecting character? Let's remember that we're told in Proverbs 18:21 that death and life are in the power of the tongue. Turn your back on the habit of criticism. It's just as bad as sucking blood. Dad used to tell a story about his mum. She died before I was born, so I never heard her tell this story. But I love to imagine it. When a neighbour would come to visit and start to share gossip about another person, Grandma would say, "Oh, just a minute, I'll put my hat and coat on and let's go down the road and pay her a visit. She'll tell us then if this is true." Of course, she never actually had to do that because the gossiper would beat a hasty retreat. So remember, what are the 2 simple tips today? Don't suck fat and don't criticise. If you actually take these tips to heart and take action, you'll be more healthy and definitely more happy. And your life will become a blessing and much more simple. Guaranteed. That's it from the two-tip lady today.